5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Thunderbirds are gone.
Mute that. There we go.
Yes. Hello. Welcome back, everyone.
Greetings, salutations, Happy New Year, bah humbug.
Bah humbug. Yeah, it's great to be back.
Afternoon, Mick. First in.
Yes, you're first in. Hello.
Hello, Pulsar.
Yeah, we're still here. Well, it's been an interesting since we last spoke. Your poor old Rocky's been poorly. Well, he did.
We've all been poorly.
Yes, we all have been poorly. Rocky decided that he thought he was a puppy and started hurtling up his steps to come and sit on the sofa and tumbled down and twisted his ankle. So he's all good now. He was feeling sorry for himself.
Hello, did that not mute? Why did that not?
Not muted. Anyway, there are some big changes for the live stream. Now we're back. We're not going to be doing it every week because it's getting a little bit too much for my poor old body.
Hello, Terry. Welcome, men.
Welcome back. So it'll be the first Thursday of every month, but don't worry, there is going to be things on a Saturday. A lot of tier rankings with the guys that come up on the panel. We'll be doing little bits together and for your entertainment in between the live streams. It's just getting a little bit too much, and I've got a few health issues at the moment, so
you're not the only one.
Yes, so I need to sort of not charge about 100 miles an hour, basically. So something had to give, and it was the live stream. So, but don't worry, that everything else is going to be the same. Same rankings and all the little bits, and your birthdays and the shorts and everything else.
Yeah. And then there's a couple of minor changes to the live stream itself.
Yes, we're not doing weekly updates. What's on next week? If you want to find out what's on next week, you know, watch the video.
Yeah.
But I will tell you one thing. We finished a story this week, and we got a new one starting. I'll tell you who it is. It's no other than, and it's a request, Mr. Anthony Phillips, ex, of course, Genesis, and a wonderful musician he is. So we'll be doing all his stuff. So that's a little spoiler for you. Mm-hmm. And talking of tier rankings, next Saturday, Nick and myself and Mike, and this one's been put together by no other than Nick, we're going to be doing a Northern Soul Classics tier ranking. The songs that have been put together by Nick, and we're going to put them in our usual places and have a lot of fun talking about it because we've really enjoyed doing these now. We enjoyed the Clash and the Jam. They were fun. There'll be no Richard this week next week because I think he's having some teeth work done or something, so he won't be about. So, but it'll always be summer, so it's going to be the Saturday crew will be like the Thursday crew on a Saturday, and it could be absolutely any of us. Yes. And the odd special guest as well. And so, yeah, there's going to be plenty going on.
Yeah.
That's it.
I'm live.
Oh dear,
Terry! Wow,
oh dear, Terry. That's
you're getting in here until it's like, wow.
Oh well, best of recovery, Terry. Take it easy.
Yes, best wishes from all of us.
Yes. Well, they'll give you a chance to watch some videos. There's enough there if you get bored, isn't there?
Yeah. So Terry's had a heart attack. I mean, that puts us in, puts us into the insignificant bracket.
Yes, it does, doesn't it? But
I mean, Terry's is recoverable. Your arthritis, I'm arthritis.
yeah, it's not very good, is it?
I'm on paracetamol, painkillers, and codeine as necessary. It tells you how bad it is.
So tonight's topic. There's always going to be a topic, and then tonight's topic actually came from Michael from Japan, and it's basically we all went away. We had a little bit of a conflab last month, and we decided we'd do this one. We went away and we went through our record collection. Doesn't matter if it's on CD, album, audio file, whatever, and we've all come up with some stuff we haven't listened to in an age, and that's what we've been doing. So we're going to report back our findings, but we won't tell. We can't tell you what we're doing next month because we haven't discussed it.
It'll be a surprise on the night.
Oh yeah, but you'll find out when we put the little little advert. Yeah, I think we all know that. The good thing is, Mick, you live in a nice warm place.
Yeah. It hasn't stopped raining here since just after New Year. The Met Office statistics for my area, we have had 382% more rain than average for January. And it's still raining. It's still raining this evening.
Well, what about the Grammys?
I've given up on these award things. They're becoming an absolute waste of time.
Yes, but old Billie Eilish has dropped herself in it big time, hasn't she?
She's not the only one. There's a whole bunch of them have.
I love it how they were all clapping when they were going, "Oh yeah, go away." Yeah. Can't be bothered with them people anymore.
We've had now. Which one have we had? Is it the Golden Globes that we've had? We've had one of the film ones, or was it the BAFTAs?
Yeah, I don't know, but one of my favourites when was it the Golden Globes when Ricky Gervais said to them, says, "Come up, thank you with everyone," and then off.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I mean, they are. It's a love me, love my work. Aren't I fabulous? Oh, go away, please. You're just an actor portraying a part.
Yes. I mean, there was a bit of a weird one. The best metal song was actually run by a punk band.
What?
Yeah, some young punk band that are not very good. But this is about heavy metal. Good evening, Mike.
Hello, Mike.
Yeah, it's supposed to be metal. Yeah, it's great that a punk song, but not in a heavy metal category. It just seems very vague these days, doesn't it?
It is, and they're throwing in all these new categories, just to, all right, let's include that sort, let's include that group, let's include that type. What? No.
Oh, and some of the dresses. I mean, that one that had held on a
nipple rings.
All it needed is someone to go, all right. Ooh.
No, Zeb. That's one of the changes.
No voting. If you want to go and vote in sophomore, go and do it on the things. Less complicated.
Yeah, because it's one. Zeb wasn't here for the announcement. I don't think.
Yes,
the live stream
the live stream is going to be once a month on the first Thursday of every month.
So it's unfair to do a once a month poll, whereas the sophomore is once a week.
Yes. But I can tell you who's the scores at the moment. It's 3.5 to me and 0.5 point to you guys, because we had a draw last week with Van Halen on Whitesnake. Warmer than June. That's unbelievable. So going back to Billie Eilish, I was going through the when I put on that YouTube yesterday, there was a little clip about some reporter from GB News went to her house. So I clicked on it. It was so funny. There was her about the stolen land and there's no borders. And he was going, yeah, and she's got this big high gate. She doesn't believe in borders, but she's surrounded herself by a huge fence, which I thought was fun. And he actually went up to the thing and went, "Hello, Billy, can I come in?"
No, stalker.
Oh, I thought it was absolutely lovely.
All right, let's see. Terry's been watching the Star Wars films in order, including Rogue One. Ooh, be interesting to hear your ranking of the films as an aside.
Yeah, that might be interesting.
Yes.
Yeah, that's something I might.
Yeah, you could do that once a month or something.
Or
you could do it as a part of Pick and Mix.
Well, yeah,
like a video project.
Yeah. There's no such thing as a laundry list now, Zeb.
Well, there is. We're just going to be working our way through it. We're not adding it.
I'm not at the moment. That's another thing. I'm not taking any more requests. I've got so much. Billy's a bag lady. You're absolutely welcome, Dave, and welcome back. Yeah, so there's no requests at the moment. We'll let you know when we're ready to take requests.
Think. You did something on Brian Wilson, I'm sure, didn't you?
Yeah.
Let's see if I can find.
Yeah, you're right, Pulsar. I will do something on that James Bond. And I'll do something on Star Wars. I'll tell you what I've been watching in order. The Bourne films. I had a right old binge. Yeah, that's something I will consider doing, a Star Wars. Well, considering I went to see the original Star Wars on the day it opened in Northampton. Anyway, I think you're going to have to. No, he's all right at the moment.
Yeah. You see, he's used to hatches, matches, dispatches. He nips out. We're not doing hatches, matches.
Hello, he's heading for the door.
Right, you go do that. I'm still looking to see. I'm positive you did something on Brian Wilson, but I'm not finding it. I need to go back and change that. Right, that's weird and wonderful. Right.
Going here about tonight. Splash and dash.
Oh, I don't know, Dave. It's the first couple of episodes were a giggle, especially the Jem'Hadar Klingon hybrid cadet master, British comedian. It's bloody hoot.
Good evening, Mike.
Hello, Mike.
Hello. How are you two then?
We're doing well. Well, we're walking around like a couple of old men, but yeah.
Yeah. Well,
comes to us all, doesn't it?
It does.
Walking sticks at the ready.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've told everyone about our Northern Soul.
Yes. I was just listening. Yeah.
It's a great list, isn't it?
Because Nick's going to give us a list, and I think there'll be some tunes in there that I don't know. So that'll be good to sort of discover those.
Hasn't he given you the list yet, then?
No. I thought you was going to give it to you, and then you were going to give it to me or something. I don't know.
No, well, I'll send you it.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
Greetings.
Ohio gozaimasu.
And I think I confused young Michael in the week when I put my little advert promo up. He thought, yes. So that's we sorted that out.
We sorted that out.
Yes, everyone thought we was doing the tier ranking this Saturday. It's been we've all gone confusing.
No.
But if he hasn't, I'll say. If he hasn't sent you, I'll send you the list. I'm sure he'll be up. He said he'd be up later. So
yeah.
So what has everyone been doing on their Holly Bobson live streaming?
Well, not a great. I had a good Christmas, you know. So,
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Poor old Terry's not been very well. He had a heart attack.
Oh dear. Well, get well soon, Terry.
He's in hospital watching this.
Oh, you're not, are you? Oh dear.
There he is.
Oh dear. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Terry. So yeah, get well soon, mate.
There's plenty of videos to watch from all of us, so I'm sure that'll keep you entertained.
Yeah.
There's talking of good videos. You've been putting some good stuff out, Michael, in the last few weeks.
You have, yeah.
Very entertaining.
Good. I got something to show you tonight to segue into what we're all going to be talking about. A little bit different, but I think you're going to.
Yes, I saw you sort of gave me a flavour, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So yeah. Thursday nights when I'm not live streaming, I'm catching up with everyone's videos.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's really nice to sit there on a Thursday night and just go through YouTube watching what people have been putting up.
Well, there's the hundreds and hundreds of vinyl tag videos.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know if you noticed, but Ben Rankin's, but about half a dozen or more, of the various vinyl tags, all up on the same day.
Yeah, I did. When I saw because I thought, blimey, he's been working hard.
Yeah.
But that's what it's all about,
Yeah.
Because he did make that thing on his Instagram where there's a picture of all his records everywhere.
Yeah, all ready to go. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and I think I put a comment. This is great, but you got to put them all back.
Yeah. Well, that's it. Yeah. I mean that's always the bugbear, isn't it? With vinyl tags that you pull out 20 or more records and it's easy to pull them out. It's a darn sight more difficult to put them back.
I suppose it's like one we used to do it. We'd get about 20 records on a Thursday, and then it took us all week to put them back before we get the next lot out.
Yeah, I find this when I do the live stream with Romuald and Fred, that what tends to happen is that sort of one thing leads to another, and I end up sort of pulling records out that I didn't know I was going to show. Right. I mean, last time we did a whole load of stuff, and we just were showing a load of reggae records as well as other stuff. And then when the live stream finishes, I've just got albums on the floor all around me. And oh no, I've got to put these back now. But yeah, it's part of the fun,
Yeah, my lounge floor was a bit like that today with singles.
Yeah.
Because I've started this. I decided over Christmas, I thought there's not enough love on the VC for singles.
Well, there isn't. I was talking to Ben about that. That it's something that a lot of people don't buy singles, do they?
No. So I thought, right, I'm going to put an end to that, and that's why I started them little shorts on a Sunday. So because I've got loads of singles, we've all got loads of singles. It's easy to just do them in batches, and record it, because all you do, you're not saying anything, you're just recording them all that. So this afternoon, I decided, right, I've got everything done I want to. Let's do some singles. So I got my single boxes out and put them, and I was putting them into little batches. And I sat there all afternoon just playing a little bit of that. It was great fun.
Yeah, it is. I really like, playing singles, and I know a lot of people say, well, the thing is you're getting up and down all the time, and you've got 3 minutes of music, and then you've got to do something. You've got to get up, you've got to change it over. So it's not. It's not the most convenient way to listen to music, is it? But I just love singles, and in fact, Leeds Record Fair is a week on Saturday, and I've decided that providing singles guy is there,
the one right at the big wall at the back.
Yeah, I hope he's going to be there, and he hasn't been there last couple, so he should be this time. I'm going to concentrate on looking for singles, I think, next time.
Yeah, I was pulling through. I've even got some of my 12-inch singles out because I've got some really oddments, and I've done a great little batch today. I think I've done about 10. So they're just all lined up, and I can do all the filming's done. It's just editing them in my little thing. So I have had a good afternoon of just playing, and once I'd finished it, I just sat there just playing singles all afternoon.
Excellent.
B-sides and all, EPs and all that. I mean, I did buy some EPs while we've been off. I brought some Tornado ones. I only wanted it for the Telstar one, the blue cover with, but I got 3 for $10.
Oh wow. yes, you showed us those in private, didn't you?
Yeah.
Couple of weeks back, I think you got a bargain there because they look like they're in good nick.
Excellent nick.
Yeah.
No, really. I mean, okay, the Tornadoes are not everybody's cup of tea, but
yeah, but if it's yours, that's
That's it takes me back to my childhood, really, because there's another one coming in. Oh look!
Oh! Who could it be?
Ooh. The quickest time visit in history.
Yeah. You haven't blocked him, have you?
No, I've my hands on nowhere near that.
Yeah. We just wait for the great man to appear again.
Yeah. We can find out why you haven't got it, because he sent me the list. I thought he'd have sent it.
Yeah.
There he is.
Hey.
Hello.
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 Yes, we can hear you.
Yep.
Yeah. Apparently, Nick, you haven't sent Mike the list.
I thought you were.
Oh,
yeah, that's what I thought, Nick. I thought that Iain said he was going to send it on. Yeah, but
I will send it to you tomorrow.
Yeah. No hurry. I've got a week, haven't I?
Sorry, Nick. I thought I'd.
I thought you were on distribution duties.
Oh, was I? Okay. Humble apologies then. It's a bit of a chuckle brickers, isn't it? From me to you, to me to you. So, what have you been up to then since we last spoke? Officially?
Me?
Yeah.
Work.
You look like you're an army reservist with that camouflage hoodie you got on.
It's my fleecy.
Yeah, you're fleecy.
Yeah.
I got matching bottoms as well.
Ooh.
Keep me nice and warm.
Yes. Anyway, I think a good subject to talk about is the new Damned album, the new covers album.
Yeah.
Hey, you got it?
I haven't got it yet, but I've been listening to it on Spotify, and I like it for a covers album. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like I say, for a covers album, I think it's bloody fantastic. I don't. I know I'm a fan, but I don't think there's a bad song on there, to be honest.
They're all very good covers, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they've done a grand job.
Yeah, there's not many back cover bands that do cover albums. You can go, well, that's a good one. I mean, we all know Susie and the Banshees did a great covers album.
Yeah, and a lot of covers that weren't on that album as well.
Yes, they've done some.
I mean, Dear Prudence wasn't on the Through the Looking Glass album, was it?
I mean, their version of Ghost in My House is brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's 100 times better than the Falls cover version of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was absolutely frigging awful.
I'll let you to a little secret. I don't really like the Fall.
I don't.
I've never got on with Marquis Smith.
No.
He's just a grumpy old Mancunian bastard as far as I can see. And it just doesn't do it for me. I've got a couple of things by them that's it's all right, it's passable, it's stuff that I'll keep and I will listen to them occasionally, but
No, I don't know what people are saying.
Band that I go for,
Dave just sent me a message. There's something we've not done and we need to, because I can't do and that's the wheels for the top 10s. So we better do them before I forget completely.
Okay.
Okay, then, Dave, bring the wheels up. And, well, it'll be good to see what we're going to get. So this is for this first one is for the US top 10 for March the 5th.
8. Bonk.
Let's have a look. Ooh, 1962. Any good stuff in the charts in March 1962, Michael?
Yeah, a lot of Beatles, early Beatles stuff, Stone stuff. 1962. Petula Clark.
Yeah.
Or are they after that? 62.
Yeah, it's usually stuff that wasn't in
Mike's favorite.
Yeah.
Okay,
the next one is for the 19th of March, the UK.
Hey.
Well, sometime in March.
What was the first one? The 5th or the 8th, did you say?
Yay.
Wow.
Oh, 1973. That'll be a good one.
Lots of rock and roll.
Lots of glam rock.
Yes.
Yeah, lots of glam. Yeah, Slade. Yeah, T-Rex.
Sweet, T-Rex.
Yeah.
Even maybe a little bit of that person we don't talk about.
Well, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Like Mike had in his birthday, he had a certain person we don't talk about.
Yeah.
I think I got away with that. Okay, now I just said some bloke from
Well,
Australia.
yeah, I mean, he was in the charts, and that's
wasn't a very good song. I never liked that song.
no.
Yeah. It's a bit like
You're right, Simon.
it's a bit like Don't Mention the War.
Yeah.
I mentioned it once, but I think I got away with it.
Yeah. But yeah. It's amazing, isn't it, how people who were sort of like really, really big names, and they just fall from grace, and you think, oh my God, why didn't we know at the time?
Yes, a bit like Peter Mandelson.
Yeah, I've been saying that all week.
I mean, the thing about Peter Mandelson is that, government, Starmer saying, "Oh, he lied to us. We didn't know. He told us Porky Pies." Well, the man has been known as a Prince of Darkness for about the last 30 years.
Yep.
That he's never been a reliable person, has he?
Oh God, no.
Yeah.
Definitely not whenever I was where I used to be.
Oh yeah, I bet.
I hated mentioning his name. Anyway,
but Pulsar's just told us that the lots of solo acts and US House was pretty bland overall.
Yeah.
Yes, I was having there was a video that someone put up about bands that didn't make it in America. The Move was one of the bands, Slade, of course, and someone put a comment up, something about the trouble is with British bands. This is what an American guy put. The trouble with British bands, the UK is only the size of California.
And we punch massively above our weight when it comes to.
And he said that we couldn't afford to come to America to tour.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I got into a little bit of a discussion with him.
Yeah.
And in the end, I basically told him he was a pompous American.
But what?
Because he thought everything was bigger. He said, but you didn't get the airplay. And then I said about traveling around. I said, yeah, but all these bands were big in Europe and Japan.
Yeah, but this is the thing in general that, I find really amazing is that, you look back at the charts, both sort of singles and albums for the United States and the UK, and they can be wildly different from each other.
Sure.
And, considering, a lot of these bands, both sides of the Atlantic were on the same record labels as each other. You would think there would be, things would be a lot closer, but they just weren't, were they?
I mean, you take today, I did the US top 10 in 1981. The only ones I really knew were Blondie, Kool in the Gang, which I can't stand. Dolly Parton was in the charts. But you look at the same top 10 for the UK on this day, brilliant top 10. I think it's just we had a better sort of music scene, and I always say that. Sorry, Michael.
British bands. See, the Beatles didn't tour the United States, so that argument that fellow made is kind of doesn't hold any water.
It doesn't. No, it doesn't.
But the thing about the British bands like Paul Weller and other songwriters, Paul McCartney, they wrote consistently really, really good pop songs from start to finish on all their records. I mean, not a dog song on the record, consistently good. And a lot of other groups kind of experimented, wanted to show their other sides on records, put in a blues track or put in a psych track or something else. And it was a little bit maybe confusing. People didn't really, the public weren't open to that kind of experimentation on a record. But the bands who wrote consistently good pop songs, start to finish, where every song was great. And for me, the Beatles were like that. I mean, not a single record had a bad track on it for years, up until the White Album. And the same is true with a lot of other British singer-songwriters. Every track is great. And so it's kind of surprising. I mean, I think that those bands did break through in the United States, did get more acceptance. But you didn't have the internet back there. Everything was telegraphs and by mail, and money ran out. Bets ran out on certain artists. Executives just decided maybe they're not going to be the breakthrough act. So there were different circumstances that affected the successes of British bands in the United States. Observation.
Yeah, I think you're right. I'm just sort of thinking about sort of that argument about sort of Britain being small and British bands trying to tour effectively a whole continent. I wonder, so I'm just wondering about going in the opposite direction. American bands coming to tiny little Britain. Now, you would have thought that they could they could crack Britain quite easily, but a lot of these bands just didn't. They either didn't bother or they didn't make it. I just think there's a different sort of makeup, of music fans, and maybe it's because of the way radio is. Because again, UK being quite a small country, that there was quite a limited options when it comes to listen to radio stations.
Right.
That's the BBC for you. They put a stop to a lot of it, didn't they?
Yeah, it was, exactly. I mean, the Pirates were sort of, consistently, being targeted by, well, it was a post office, wasn't it, at the time, were in charge of sort of trying to shut them down. But you'd get Radio 1 and you would get Radio Luxembourg, and that was about it, wasn't it? So, everybody kind of listened to the same things. I know there was a lot of variety, and particularly across Radio 1 with sort of music, and there's the thing we talked about before, the sort of the big distinction between daytime Radio 1, which was sort of based around the top 40, and then there's nighttime Radio 1, which was more to do with new music and more unusual stuff. And I think that might have a lot to do with it.
I used to work with people who started their own radio station.
Right.
It was called Inspiration FM, and they were in Northampton.
Right.
But they had trouble with getting a license and that, because the BBC Radio Northampton, were basically, they put in complaints. They didn't want another sort of radio station sort of on their turf, as it were.
Right.
And then they were allowed a certain amount of hours per week. And I'm not sure how many hours a week they broadcast now. But speaking to these people, they said they got a lot of grief in the early days because of the BBC. But they couldn't get an FM sort of license or whatever it was. I think they had to broadcast on medium wave or something like that.
Yeah, they were on the medium wave.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the studios were not much apart, was there?
I in all honesty, I don't know. I mean, I used to tune in every so often. I wasn't a regular listener, but like I say, I used to work with them. So I did ask, how do you go about? Because I think they did start off as a pirate station,
right?
Very, very early doors, and then decided to try and and do things properly and that. And I mean, I haven't listened for many years, so I don't know how successful or how big they are now or what, but. Having listened to BBC Radio Northampton and that in the past, it's a load of old shite, if you ask me.
Yeah, I think probably wherever you go, BBC local radio is sort of local news stories that nobody is interested in.
Yeah,
and then
a
bit of bland music in between.
Oh, yeah. Well, I could have chose better albums from the Steve Hogarth era to do a box set on. .com's not one of my favourites.
Did you find out where Slady are playing?
I can't find. Lee's on the case, so Lee will he'll hunt it down. He's pretty good at that. So we'll automatically get you a ticket. So don't worry.
Yeah. I mean, number of venues were pretty limited in Northampton. I mean,
Yeah,
surely, you know, their own sort of websites or Facebook pages
Yeah.
would probably tell you.
Yeah, Springfield Jim's saying about his granddad saw Ike and Tina Turner in Manchester. I saw Tina Turner in my local theatre on a private dance at all.
Yeah.
No, so and Brian Adams was supporting. Not a bad night out that was. So yeah. So are we gonna? Shall we go into what we've been doing? Well,
Yeah.
topic tonight. Did we have fun doing this, or do you first, Michael, want to show your little extra?
Yeah, let me show my little extra. So, because we're talking about old stuff, right? So, and I know that you talk with mixed feelings about your charity shops in the UK.
Yeah.
And there's a retailer in Japan named Record City, and they own Dub Store Record Mart, or Dub Store owns them, and they're pretty foreign friendly, meaning that they've got an English version website. They ship all over the world, and Nick has been a customer of both of them. I've heard him say this before. So they have a small warehouse space in Shinjuku, and they opened a 100 yen record shop this week, and I went to the opening, and the room. Well, let me show you I'm going to show you the video.
Okay, do you want me to make you small again?
No, we got it. Okay.
I'll add it to the stage for you.
Okay. So, can you hear me speaking?
Yes, we can. Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay. So, bright Sunday morning, opening day. This room is not very big. 100 yen. That's 65 cents US.
Good God.
Everything was in deeply plus near mint condition. This stuff has been in storage for decades. And it's a mix of Japanese and Western stuff. There's no rhyme or reason to it. And they let people in. They let in like 25 people into this room. But you're going to see in a second, I was a human pretzel. You couldn't move.
Oh my God, you're great. Well, I've got that Rod Stewart album.
All these records you're looking at, there's thousands of them in Japan. The same ones. There were no Beatles, no Stones, no really popular stuff. This is like B-level, C-level artists.
Oh, having a right old rummage, isn't they?
Yeah.
They're right on top of each other. Everybody was like right on top of each other. You couldn't move,
It's got a real sort of record fair sort of vibe to it, hasn't it?
doesn't it?
Yeah. But
No
they're
talk.
so polite, aren't they?
Yeah.
There's none of that shoving and pushing. It's all very polite.
So,
Yeah.
You've got the fastest hands in the East. You're as quick as I am.
Hey, slow down, slow down.
I will edit it. See that ABBA record? That is
Yeah,
everywhere.
good.
Tens of
Boo,
thousands.
boo.
Yellow Magic Orchestra.
Wow.
Wow.
65 cents US each. I'll leave it to John. That's me breathing.
Well, it's all that pulling the records out, mate.
Everything looks in such good condition as well, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean,
Yes.
look at that. That looks almost new.
Yes. The minute I saw that disc, the condition of that disc, when I pulled it out of Jackson, I knew that almost everything there was going to be similar. So I brought home 9 records, and I'll show you what I brought home. It's not great stuff. I mean, it's not.
But is that a reissue or an original?
Original.
Wow.
There's reissues too.
And you're going to turn this into a video?
Yeah.
Proper? Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
The reason why I'm asking is because my screen keeps freezing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right, it's almost over.
I can hear a lot of rustling and
Thumping, yeah.
yeah, but the picture keeps freezing.
Oh.
What's interesting about this stuff, it smells. It has like a gassy smell. Every single record I brought home. The stuff that's been in storage here, it's kind of like moldy situations. That's Japan. Everybody talks about that. But I mean, it's amazing. Look at the condition of all this stuff. They can't sell it. They have to sell it at the strategy, I think, here is to bring people to the neighborhood.
That's a good. It seems to be working.
And
I can see a lot of Obi. I can see a lot of Obi strips.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, they're oh, they're everywhere.
The men, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We were on top. Everybody was on top of each other. Okay. So, oops. Take this
Is that
off.
done? Can I take that out?
Remove it. Yep. Okay.
Wow.
So I brought home. So I brought this home, and let me put it to you this way. Every time I go to a book off or a hard off in Japan, this record's there, right? Thousands of them. I don't know why. Just there are certain examples in this country where they bought a shitload of them. I don't know why. It's not a great, it's an okay record. It's an experimental record. But look at it, it's in such good condition, right? No OB, and they all have these inserts with the information, right? So I'll show you what I did bring home. And that is, so I brought this. I'm not a big jazz fan, but this is a live record. Actually, this record is probably the best condition of all of them. Not a speck of surface noise on it. Modern Jazz Quartet. It's a live record, and I was never a fan of hers. I've seen this thousands of times in Japan at every used record store, every bookstore. Janice Ian, and it's period piece, folky. It's okay. It's all right. But what I did find interesting is this thing. This is Yellow Magic Orchestra, and this is a 10-inch record. and it comes in this cardboard. It's like from a from a milk crate. Like it's meant to do that, and it's from a place called Abbey Road Rental, and I guess they used to rent records in Japan. See?
Oh, that's a nice nick.
Isn't that nice?
So it's like a record library, then.
What do you mean a record library? Rental record library. Rental, like renting VHS tapes. You could rent records back in Japan back in the day. And this record came out in 83, so they were doing it back then. And people would rent before they opted to buy.
Yeah, question from Zeb. Is that YMO LP with or without sketches?
Jesus Christ. Without, but Zeb, I don't even know what sketches is. Okay, so there's Yellow Magic Orchestra, and so here was a typical thing. Like they included in the boxes. This is from another record store. So, hold on a second. It was originally released in 19. Yeah, there are. There's so, and I have to look up on Discogs which version's the one I have. So this is from a record store. So this is. I never owned a Jackson's record before. It's very well produced, and has a booklet. No Obi. And an awful photo. Isn't this freaky? Isn't this freaky? Look at their faces. It's weird.
Yeah.
It looks like they've been on the Botox before the Botox was invented.
Yeah, but it almost looks like an AI image, doesn't it?
Yes.
I was going to say that. Yeah, it looks weird, doesn't it?
Yeah,
it doesn't look right.
Yeah.
Look at his shoes.
Oh yes.
They do a duet with Mick Jagger on one of these. There's one song on here that's good. What is it? Body, I think it is. Body, which is good. State of Shock with Mick Jagger, Victory. It's okay. I mean, production value, it's really good. So I appreciate that. And then of the other stuff that I got, singer Carla Bonoff, right? This is everywhere in Japan. Every fucking hard off you go to or book off, this record's here. I don't know why. And the Janis Ian thing, I showed it to my wife, and my wife, who's really was never a record buyer, said, I love that record. I used to have that record. And if my wife is like Susie Public, that's a good barometer of the marketing in Japan, because everybody bought the record. This is stylistics. I don't know why. I think I probably was attracted to the cover.
Yeah.
Very, very not very good. It's very 70s.
Yeah.
So when I'm pulling stuff out, I don't really know those old Japanese groups. And to be frankly, like their vocal range doesn't really do it for me. So there would have to be certain artists where I really want to explore. I mean, I know them, like Southern All Stars, and there's a lot of repetition of these bands that were in those boxes. But I mean, there had to have been 100,000 records in that room. And had you going to the boxes, there were not doubles of everything. There was like 15s of everything. And so it was just very indicative. It was a real fingerprint of the excess inventory that's in Japan that the Japanese don't really want. I mean, one of the guys that was digging with me is from a record store in Shibuya from Manhattan Records. And I kind of thought he was probably buying to replenish stock at his store, or maybe he was buying as a joke, or maybe he was buying to flip. But I mean, in this room, it sounds really good at 100 yen records, but really it's the records that a lot of people just don't want. And that is what I want to, I'm kind of trying to get my head around it. And I wore my iPhone has a harness, kind of like a police body cam, and so I realized that in the videos that I'm doing, I have an opportunity to go in and really capture a lot of the ambient noise in the shop. So all those people digging around me really intensely was captured by the phone. So I have 35 minutes of footage from that dig. And Simon's right. I could slow it down in certain things, freeze it. I'm not going to show it all, but the challenge in editing is to really pick the interesting stuff to give a good flavor of the excess Japanese inventory and the excess Western inventory. I mean, there was so much ABBA here. There was so much Olivia Newton-John, the Spotniks, Simon and Garfunkel.
All the Spotniks.
When you go into a record store in Japan, there's so much stuff you have to go through to get to interesting stuff. And it's not as like it's a fight to get to interesting stuff. The interesting stuff is here, but there's just so much fat in the inventory and nobody's buying it. And so that's why you have a store like this that pops up, because they got to get rid of it.
So is it like a pop-up, like we have pop-up restaurants?
It's not a pop-up though. They have decided that this store is going to be an ongoing concern. Oh. And I'm curious to know what other record stores in the area feel about it, because there's 23 other record stores in the area. If I asked them about it, they'd probably say they don't know about it or what have you. I think as a marketing ploy for Record City, it's a magnet to get people to come to the neighborhood. I think every foreigner who catches wind that there's a 100 yen shop is going to go there. But they're going to pack it up and bring it home.
Yeah. You may be right, Michael. But yeah, I mean, you were saying about that maybe it's sort of akin slightly to charity shops. But the thing is that charity shops are not that cheap anymore.
Yeah, I know.
No. But you still get the absolute rubbish. I mean, if that record store was in the UK, there would be a lot of Herb Albert, wouldn't there?
Herb Albert, Slim Whitman, James Last.
Yeah, and lots of Reader's Digest records as well. Yeah.
That's the analogy, Mike. That is the exact analogy I'm trying to arrive at. To describe it.
Yeah, actually, I was going to mention it later on, because there's an event on in Leeds on Saturday that I'm going to, and it kind of ties in with this.
Good.
And I'll show you what it is. There you go.
Yeah.
Mega music sale.
Overpriced.
Yeah. It's at a music venue called the Hyde Park Book Club, and I don't think they've done this sort of thing before. But we're promised lots of vinyl records, CDs, and on the Hyde Park Book Club website, they say it's the first time that sort of Oxfam have done this.
Yeah, as long as it's not Herb Albert.
Yeah. But the thing is, sort of, I know that Oxfam they channel their sort of decent vinyl into just a handful of shops, don't they, across the UK?
Yes. And
I mean, they've got a shop in Headingley, so it's right in the middle of the sort of student sort of district, and they have a fair amount of vinyl, but it tends to be quite expensive. And the thing that we said before, that the charity shops tend not to take account of condition when they price their records up.
Right.
So you know, it might be, you know, you might have a sort of £50 record here, but it's completely beat up, and
Right.
you know, it's worth, you know, a fiver or not that, but they tend not to price it in that sort of way. So I'm intrigued to find out what it's going to be like. So
that'll be interesting. That will.
yeah.
Yes, like I found an original copy of Frank Sinatra's "Come Fly With Me," and they wanted 20 quid for it. Right. I took it out the cover, and it looked like someone had done their makeup on it. And the cover was battered, and I said, "You won't sell that for 20 quid when you can get better copies, reissues of that in better condition." I says, "I wouldn't give you more than a fiver for that."
Yeah,
I'd be pushing out the boat. I said, "Really?" I went, "Yeah, you'll never sell that for 20 quid, not to a record collector."
No,
I mean, I think, you know, I think even in good condition, it probably isn't worth 20 quid. I mean, I don't know, but I would imagine there's lots of them about.
Yeah, but
The thing is that when you bring this material home with you, you know, this kind of like stuff that wasn't successful in its day, and there's a glut of it. If you bring it home with you, you're not. The only way you're going to get rid of it is the garbage. It's a garbage can.
yeah, Terry made charity shops taking prices from discogs regardless.
Yeah, I think that's right, Terry. Yeah, because it's not realistic.
And that was fascinating, Michael, as always. All this stuff from Japanese, because I know Nick myself are really always fascinated by it. I'm sure you'd come out.
Yeah, Nick.
Do you think you're going to find though that if you go back to that shop, you're just going to be digging through the same old stuff?
I think that if they replenish, they're going to replenish with the same type of material, because anything better than that, they're gonna put on their own premium shelves.
Well, yeah, that's my only worry about it. It looks a good place for, like, say, a visit once every couple of months.
Right. Yeah.
I'd be worried about going back there the following week.
Mm.
And I saw this last week. Oh, there's another 15 albums of the same as what I saw. Like, you know.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
But there's no denying the prices are bloody fantastic.
No, you can't go wrong, can you? I mean, that's the thing, isn't it? That, you know, if a record is so cheap, you might as well just take the risk.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Yeah.
And you know, when I heard the cash register guy, it was people were walking out there with 20 records on average. I mean, there was nobody had a. I mean, they offer boxes for sale. It's probably for the tourists. A box is like $4. The most premium item in the shop is an empty shipping box. So they're probably hoping that tourists are going to come in and buy on bulk. But I'll tell you, like, don't think that shop is never going to be empty. There's warehouses all over the countryside of Japan that have this stuff.
Wow.
They'll replenish. Yeah. Fascinating
stuff. It's always intriguing what you find.
Yeah. It's another world, isn't it? You know, the world of Japan. Yeah, it's just fascinating endlessly.
And if anyone's watching, if you've never watched any of Michael's videos, go and check them out, because you will have your eyes open. And Michael does such a nice video, and he's very informative, especially his video. He's done a video on, was that one, how many record shops in a square mile, which is just fantastic.
Yeah,
that will blow your minds.
The other thing about these videos is that there are some wonderful characters that you talk to, aren't there, Michael?
Yeah,
absolutely wonderful people, and they all see, you know, everybody that you know, they're all, you know, they all tend to be a little bit eccentric in their own way.
Yeah.
But they all seem to be really nice people, and I love that. You know, I mean, I could probably name, you know, half a dozen of the sort of people that you've talked to that I thought I'd really like to have a chat with that guy.
Yeah. Anyway, shall we do what our homework was? Now, Michael set this little challenge for us as well. So, Michael he's done his bit. So, I will go first.
Okay.
For once. Now, this is a part showing record and part presentation.
It's a big fun.
Right. So, if I'll bring up my thing. Now, I'm going to be talking about Now, I got into these when they first come out. Now, the Phenomenon project is a project that was set up by Tom Galley. Now, his brother is Mel Galley of Trapeze, Whitesnake.
Huh.
So they made 6 albums. I'm just going to quickly just go through them. The one. So the first one was Phenomena from 1985, and you had people on here. It's just like a roundabout of musicians, basically. So on here you got Glenn Hughes comes on here, Mel Galley, John Thomas from Budgie, Neil Murray, Ted McKenna, Richard Bailey from Magnum. So the second one, same again, on and off. And this one, you've got people from Ha Ha and Val Val from Japan. Then the third one came out in 93, Phenomenon 3 in a Vision. This has got Max Bacon on and John Wetton's on here and such like. Then they took a break and they come back with the new generation, Psycho Fantasy. I'll talk about this a bit more because I'm going to show that one. Then we have got Blind Faith again, all the modern sort of pop things. It's pop arena rock sound. And the last one they've done was from 2012. So that's basically thing. And I've only got 2 albums, but I've got the others on CD and downloads because they are very rare to get hold of. And I've been searching for them, but I've never found them. So there's my 3 that I really like, and I've been listening to these. The first one is the 4th one, this one, Final Fantasy, which came out in 2006. It's the first one for about 7 years. Tom Galley is sort of in there. Glenn Hughes is back. Tony Martin's in this one. Keith Murrell's on this. Mel Galley as well. Lots of sort of new people from new bands, and there's some it's really good music. This one's got more of a gothic thing to it. It's a themed on Psycho Fantasy. Tom Galley used to do this thing about theming, and about this one is all about the psychic. Some really good tracks on here. 60 Seconds is an absolute dynamite on this one. And I've forgotten how good this one is, because the other 2 are sort of, the first 2 are the ones that people go, but this is just phenomenal. As the saying, it's phenomenal. So that is that one. So that was for the next one. And then let's go to the ones that I actually purchased.
Okay.
So I'll do it in the order I like. So the second one, Dream Runner. Now this has got the late Ray Gillan on, who sadly died. It's got Kojo Yatamoto from Val Val on here. John Wetton's on here. And this one's got more of a sort of a arena rock come prog, because you've got a lot of John Wetton on here. Songs on here that I love is the first one, Stop. Hearts on Fire is pretty good. 6655, which is a John Wetton, so it sounds very Asia and thing. The cover is sort of bits of the first one. So I've really enjoyed listening to this one again, because I remember when this came out in 1987. And I hadn't played this, believe it or not, since I'd got my hi-fi. So about a few weeks ago, it was the first time I'd actually played it on my new hi-fi, and I forgot how good it was. The sound, okay, it's very 80s, big arena, big sound, but it just sounded fantastic to listen to it again. That's a really good find. Now, the debut album, I think I've shown this before. You see that little thing she's holding? I can't really show you, but that glows in the dark.
And that is not Linda Blair. That is not an Exorcist.
No, it's not at all. It's just I tried to find out who it was, but there's no thing. Now this one is the best. The first thing I ever heard of this is a track called "A Dance with the Devil." It's Glenn Hughes singing it, and then considering at this time Glenn Hughes was having a little bit of a issue with drugs, and but boy, could he still sing. This is a fantastic album. The guitar work for Mel Galley's great on here. Colby Powell does this as well. Yeah, I've really enjoyed listening to these, and I forgot how good these are. And I've really enjoyed. Again, I've listened to them all again, and I don't think I'll leave it so long this time. I don't think I hadn't played this since my new record player, so I probably haven't played this for 10 or 15 years. That's a long time, and to go back and listen to it and being sort of as an eye for this theme was well worth it, because I thoroughly enjoy it, and I've played this 3 times now.
What year did that come out?
This came out in 1985, and I brought this when it came out. I first heard the single Dance with the Devil on the Friday Rock Show, Tommy Vance.
Oh, Tommy Vance, yeah.
Yeah, he played the single and saying here's a new single from a super group put together by Tom Galley, and this is a song called Dance with the Devil featuring Glenn Hughes and Trapeze Deep Purple, and I've listened to it. It's a bit of a Devil That Went Down to Georgia, but a rock metal version of it. Brilliant vocal. I brought the single, and then when the album came out, I just pre-ordered it. I said to John Lever, I'll have the single now. Can you pre-order the album? He says, it's coming out in 3 weeks' time. Went and picked it up, and I have had this from day one. And I've never seen it ever since. Well, not this cover with the little glow.
Yeah. I've never heard of them, Ian.
No, it's basically a super group.
Yeah, but you say, like you say it's like a super group, but then again, it seems to me that there's a bit of a revolving door here, that there are all sorts of people sort of like coming for one album, then there's different people.
This is it. It's basically
does the sound change? I mean, depending on who's in the band, or is it?
It just depends who's the band. I mean, the third one, Innovision's more of a softer rock because it's got Max Bacon doing a lot of the singing. So you've got his vibe, but this is a rocky one because you've got Glenn Hughes does majority of the singing on this.
Right.
So you've got the second one, John Wetton does a bit, and Glenn Hughes. So you've got that mixture of rock and prog. The later ones are the more modern people, so it's more that progressive rock. So although it's the same name group, it depends who's around at the time to join in.
Yeah.
So I've really enjoyed this, and I have got I ranked these a long time ago. But I'd not played the albums. I mean, I did listen to them when I ranked them in 2021, but not on the album because I hadn't got a record player. It was just listening to them on thing. But to listen to this again on album was just amazing to hear.
Yeah, I mean, those covers you showed of the, I think it was a sort of final 2 albums or 2 of the last 3 albums. They look very, they remind me of sort of, kind of Scandinavian progressive metal.
Yes. Yeah, I'll just bring, I mean, especially that one.
Yeah, stuff like that.
That is very Scandinavian.
Yeah, and
I'd say that one is, I think that's the best of the lot, really. That is brilliant. Yeah, so I'll tell you
what they remind me of. Those sort of role-playing games. And them games where you can buy the little figures.
Dungeons and Dragons and
that's
stuff
it,
like
yeah.
Yeah, it's
World of Warcraft.
That's it. That's
yeah.
I mean, everyone had a sort of theme to it. The first one was supernatural and science fiction. because the phenomena comes from a science fiction name. The second one is about conflict and temptation and redemption. The themes are on there because there's a song on there. Stop. The song stops about a failing relationship. The third one is more sort of contemporary sort of sound, and the psycho fantasy is about, again, psychotics and things. So yeah, each album actually had a theme.
Yeah, that sounds really interesting, and I have no idea about these guys.
Yeah,
no idea whatsoever about them.
Yeah,
So there you go. That's good.
yes. And while we were talking, I've sent you an email, Mike.
Right. Okay. Thanks.
Anyway, who would like to go next? Or shall I just?
July for a change.
Yeah, go on. Then.
Yeah, you go next. Yeah, I'm not being rude. I've just got to nip out for 30 seconds. I'll be back.
Hello.
hello.
Well, when was this challenge actually set?
A month ago, when we had our little.
Yeah,
We had that.
I
little
think I got on the case straight away because I picked out 5 because I think somebody said pick 5 in case 1 or 2 would all, somebody else had picked them, but I doubt anybody's picked the ones I've picked. So I'll show all 5. But the thing is, though, it's been a while and I've forgotten half what I was going to bloody well say.
Oh.
So anyway, that was my first one. And excuse any glare. Rolling Stones, number 2. And I picked this up from a car boot sale, and I think I only paid a couple of pounds for it. Have I been decorating? No, I can't be asked with that. I keep peeling bits of wallpaper off to try and get me in the mood, but I can't be bothered. The sleeve isn't in the best of condition, and there's hairlines and on the vinyl. It needs a damn good clean. I've had one of these cleaning machines where you turn it yourself. I've had one of them about 1.5 years, but I've never even used it. It's on the old Red Decker label.
Oh, Red Decker label.
Yeah, it's an old.
Do you?
It's an original mono.
Yeah.
I've never really listened to sort of dead early Rolling Stones stuff, to be honest.
Well, they were all covers, right? They weren't writing their own songs in the early records, were they?
Yeah, they're all sort of R&B covers, aren't they?
Yeah, you've got Everybody Needs.
Bands, though, wasn't it?
Yeah. I listened to this album, Nick, because you mentioned it to us when we were talking a week or so ago. I went and listened to that, and it's a damn good album, isn't it?
It is a good one. I really, really enjoyed it. I think it's perhaps only the second time I've ever played it, to be honest. You got tracks on here like Everybody Needs Somebody to Love, which I'm only really sort of used to hearing the Blues Brothers doing that. Time Is on My Side.
They wrote that. So that they did write that one.
Sorry, you broke up a bit there.
Time Is on My Side was written by Jagger and Richards, right?
I don't know because it's not got. I'd have thought the the names of the writers are perhaps being brackets underneath the song titles on the sleeve, but they're not.
Yeah, they did write one or two, but the 90% of it was covers on their first 3 albums, I believe.
Mm. You got Under the Boardwalk as well on here. But, I don't know who did that originally.
The Drifters, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh
Sorry?
yeah, they didn't write Time Is on My Side. That was written by Norman Mead.
Mhm.
But yeah, that was a really good listen. Really enjoyed that. I need to get my Rolling Stones stuff out more and give it a good play.
Oh, that is a brilliant album.
It is.
Yeah, well, I've been listening to a lot of Japan in the car recently. Rob Walker gave me a Japan hits album up at Leeds.
Yeah.
And I found another one, dirt cheap, in a charity shop. So I've been playing a lot of Japan in the car recently, mostly the same tracks. But they're not your sort of run-of-the-mill sort of 80s pop band, are they, really, Japan?
No, I think when I did the top 10 singles, I say they're like more of a, I don't know if Michael will get this. I think they're sort of an electronic prog band because of the way they construct their songs is how progressive rock is. But this is an electronic version. What do you think, Mike? Do you think I'm...
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, this is my favourite Japan album. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, and also, if you're talking about prog, it's almost a concept album, isn't it?
Yes.
I'd call it quite artsy.
Yeah,
to be honest.
yeah. Let's call it art rock, shall we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not entirely electronic. I mean, you've got Mick Karn on the fretless bass, haven't you? You've got keyboards there. You've got a drummer. And David Sylvian, very, very distinctive voice, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He's one of those you think, oh yeah, I know who the band are if you hear the voice. Oh, it's Japan, but you wouldn't know his name. But this Visions of China is on here. I love that song. That's a great song. And Ghosts as well. What a quirky tune that is.
Yeah, it's a really nice album. I bought a copy of David Sylvian's solo album, Brilliant Trees, quite recently.
I've heard of it, yeah.
It very much sort of, fits with, what he was doing with Japan. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a good album, but there's something about, David Sylvian's voice, isn't there? It's him. And that's what I like in a singer, somebody who's got, something sort of special about them.
It's a lot of their music is, as well as I find it quite sort of bleak, but it's not depressing or anything like that. I don't know if it's because of the situations in the past in China and whatever, but it's very unique. And like I say, they're not your normal sort of run-of-the-mill 80s band.
No, they're a little bit sophisticated in that, and they're all very good musicians.
Yeah, like I say, that's why I sort of find it quite arty, art student-ish.
Yeah,
but yeah, fantastic. Well, were Japan popular in Japan?
I don't think so.
No.
I've always wondered.
I don't think they were appreciated as much as they should have been even in the UK.
No.
I think because they didn't quite sort of fit into the, into a category, did they?
No.
Ooh.
The live at Shepperton. Oh, brilliant.
Yeah. That's a good one, mate.
It's a cracking live album.
Yeah.
And of course, the Damned been in the news, haven't they? I suppose you call it the news or the music news. What with Mr. James' death and release of a new album, and yeah, I fancied pulling out some, a bit of punk I haven't heard for a long time, and this is it, live Shepperton. Highly recommended, and again another cheap purchase from Car Boot Sale.
Right. Yeah.
You got Love Song on here, which is a fantastic tune anyway. Second time around, I Just Can't Be Happy Today. Melody Lee, Help, Neat. Smash It Up, it's on here, New Rose, Plan 9 chat. It's one decent track after another.
Yeah.
Highly recommended. And it's one Damned album I do see quite a lot of. Yeah, Live Shepperton, 1980. Brilliant.
Quality
Love
live album.
Two more. I fancy some good fun time music.
Hey.
Made in America. And people often criticise them, or they're not that good. I know they're not that brilliant singers,
Yeah.
But you don't have to be fucking brilliant when you got that lot backing you.
No.
Exactly.
And it is what it is. The Blues Brothers are good fun time music.
Right.
Yeah. But you put it on and you immediately think of the film, don't you?
Yeah. I love
it's-
the film. I do.
Yeah,
It's one
me
of
too.
my favourites.
Yeah.
I think I've got all of the Blues Brothers album discography. I've got the film soundtrack. I've got a hits album by them as well, and I've got a briefcase full of blues as well. And they're all full of good fun time sing along tunes. Although this one, to me, is a bit serious in places. But like I say, they are what they are. They're a great fun time band. Fantastic.
When you've got, you had 2/3 of Booker T in the MGs.
Oh Christ, yeah.
You're not going to go. You got Willie Hayes on drums. You've got Lou Martini on saxophone. Mr. Fabulous. What you just got the greatest blues and rhythm musicians and session musicians.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember this being next to the record player at home when I was a nipper. This was obviously my mother's. Wasn't my father's. There was this one by the record player, Abbey Road. There was a Demis Roussos LP. That was probably my dad's. I think he fancied himself as some sort of gigolo. And I think there was a Herb Albert type album or somebody like that. Does Glenn Miller or something, But yeah, whenever they went out shopping or whatever it was, and I was left to my own devices with my brother and that, I used to sneak this one on the old stereo. And I don't think you can go wrong with Motown compilations. They're all full of cracking songs, great tunes.
Yeah, you gave me one of the Motown. It's a brilliant album. You just can't go wrong, can you? You're absolutely right.
And there's 12 altogether to collect. I've got them all. Wow. This one's from 1971. and it's an American pressing as well. It's got a little sticker on here. Record manufactured in United States of America. And you got some fantastic songs in there. I'm Still Waiting, Diana Ross, brilliant. Smokey Robinson and the Miracles, Stevie Wonder, We Can Work It Out. Jackson 5, the Belvalettes, These Things Will Keep Me Loving You. What a fantastic tune that is. You've got Ardeen Taylor, Indiana Wants Me. Absolutely brilliant. And sleeve designed and drawn by Roger Dean. And this is probably the most popular of the albums, I think. It's the one you probably see. I see the most at record fairs and carbon sales.
Yeah, I've got that on CD, and it's in my kitchen at the moment. Yeah, and it's great. But Ardeen Taylor, Indiana Wants Me. It's not really typical Motown, is it? But
no, it's not, is it?
I absolutely love it.
I picked up. I don't know how many albums Ardeen Taylor did, but I picked up the most common one, I presume, at Leeds Record Fair.
Yeah, I remember. I remember you you getting that. Yeah.
But brilliant. You can't go wrong with a good Motown compilation, and there's so many of them.
Yeah.
And again, like I say, that was my mum's. She's sadly no longer with us, but brilliant. And altogether, I really enjoyed doing this, and I hope we do it all again sometime.
Yeah. I think this has got legs, hasn't it, Nick?
This one has,
Yeah. Well, I might pick out one or two every weekend, or at least one. Generally, on my Instagram, I'm just playing stuff I've recently purchased and I haven't shown on YouTube yet. But I really enjoyed doing this, so I think I'll pick out at least one every week. I think
it's like used to go back in. I mean, I know in Northampton back when I was in my 20s, there used to be a Motown disco every week at the it's no longer there, the Romany pub, and it was packed, absolutely packed. The DJ, I can't remember his name now, but he was a big Motown fan, and there'd be people like there would be headbangers in there, punks.
Yes.
And everyone would be dancing to Motown all night.
Yeah.
I don't think it will ever lose its popularity.
No.
Yeah. I agree with you.
Even, so for when you get hard rockers that go to Iron Maiden gigs, and then on the Saturday night, they're in the Romany dancing to Motown.
Yeah. A lot of it brings back memories,
Yeah.
perhaps more so than heavy metal, I would imagine.
I mean, when I used to do discos, I used to make sure I'd got a good stash of Motown. And when it's getting quiet, you put a Motown record on, and everyone would be up on the floor dancing.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And there's a couple of Motown tunes in that Northern Soul list.
Yes, there is.
Excellent. Yeah, but back in the early 70s in the UK, it was really sort of like it's a heyday, wasn't it, of Motown in the UK?
Motown went on into the 80s, but it was becoming less and less popular. And
I'm waiting for him to put the album down so he can read it.
Oh, sorry. But yeah, I think Motown did try a bit of an 80s revival, but it didn't quite work.
Mm.
To me, the 80s was the decade of electronic dance. And I think Motown just became less relevant, but I don't think it'll ever lose its popularity. Never.
Definitely. Well, that was some great albums, some great memories there as well. And I think that's what it's all been about as well. I think doing this, we've all must have memories from buying them and everything else. So, who would like to go next?
Right, shall I do it? Shall I
Yes,
go next?
we'll let Michael, the man that came up with this idea, go last.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, save the best till last, Michael.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Yeah, I've got 3 albums, all by the same artist, and he's somebody that I think will sort of kind of resonate with a lot of people who watch this stream. And back in 1972, I was 14 years old, and this guy was a danger to the morals of the youth of Great Britain. And this is the first album that I bought by him. There you go.
Oh, we know who that is.
Yep. So there
I
you go.
never figured you for an Alice Cooper fan.
Alice Cooper.
Oh,
School's Out. And I mean, I'm sure it's not just me, but as a teenager, anything that sort of like was seen as being sort of like disgusted and degenerate by sort of older people, I thought, yeah, that's obviously for me. And I'd go and seek it out. But of course, the single School's Out was so, it was so big in the UK, and that was his sort of that was his breakthrough.
Yeah.
In the UK, School's Out, and I mean, this is a fantastic album. Of course, it's on the Warner Brothers label, like they all are. I show this label, but all the others are the same anyway.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
The classic green Warner Brothers album. So so you got you've got School. It starts off with the single School's Out, which is just fantastic. Yeah, Tommy Steele. Yeah, I was thinking, Little White Bull. Do you remember that?
yeah.
Little white bull.
Yeah, and then you've got got Looney Tunes.
Oh, which is brilliant.
Which is absolutely brilliant, and then that goes into Gutter Cat versus the Jets, and then you got Street Fight, and then Blue Turk, which is one of my favourite Alice Cooper songs, which sort of rounds off sort of side one, and I think as a the side of an album, it's one of kind of just listen to it again after all these years. I think there's not a bad track on that side of the album. They're all absolute crackers, and and the album sort of it kind of hangs together. Do you know what I mean? All the songs belong together, and then you got side 2. So you got Public Animal number 9 is a good track on side 2.
That's one of my favourites.
Yeah,
I love that.
Alma Mater, and then you've got Grand Finale, which is sort of basically a reprise of the whole album. So that was it. So this was an album from 1972, and I was sort of hooked on Alice Cooper. So I went out and I bought the album previous to School's Out, which of course was Killer, and it's all sort of come apart a bit. But there you go. So this is Killer. This is his album from I think 1971. And it's not as good as School's Out, I must say.
Yeah.
I'll show you this sort of inner thing. I think it was attached to the album. It's a calendar. There you go, with Alice having himself.
Wow, Vincent.
That is a typical Alice Cooper pose, isn't it?
Yeah.
And there's a band there with the obligatory snake and everything. And as I say, it's not. I don't think this album is quite as good as School's Out, but you've got Under My Wheels, which is a really great opener to any album, I think. Other tracks on here, I think Desperado, I think is a good track, and then I think that end side, I think that's the last track on side one, and then you've got Halo of Flies and Be My Lover on there as well, and side two, You Drive Me Nervous, which again is a really good track. And then Dead Babies, which I'm sure my at least one of my parents thought this was absolutely sick, and they're probably right,
Yeah, I've seen them do it live on stage.
Yeah. and then it finishes off with Killer. So that was the second album, and then after School's Out, along comes $1 Billion Babies. Unfortunately, the inserts have gone. There was like the $1 billion note that was sort of fits in there.
Yeah, that is an absolutely brilliant album cover, isn't it?
It's good. Yeah, the kind of snakeskin Wallace, isn't it?
Yeah.
And there's the Iain there with the lyrics on one side, and then there's the
I remember that,
looking suitably menacing on the back. I think that's got quite a sort of Clockwork Orange sort of feel to it, that picture somehow. And so again, this is absolutely brilliant album. So you got Hello Hooray again. It was a single, and absolutely love it. I love the way it builds up, and I think there was that he did a video for it, and he's sort of on stage. He's performing on stage, and it's sort of really, really fantastic stuff. Elected again, another
classic single.
Then you've got $1 Billion Babies and Unfinished Sweet, which again another lovely track, and then another single, No More Mr. Nice Guy. And Generation Landslide, again, that's one of my favorite track. Then you've got Sick Things, and what else have we got? Oh yeah, I Love the Dead. It finishes with, but and then there's a track in the second to last track, a track called Mary Ann, which sort of is very sort of Alice Cooper like. It's almost like a sort of a ballad, or sort of like a bit of a love song, really. So yeah, I bought those three albums. They was like three consecutive albums, and the fourth album, which I haven't got, because my brother bought a copy of the fourth album, which was Muscle of Love, which came out I think either in late '73 or in 1974. But I did buy the single from that album, and that's Teenage Lament '74, and that resonated for me, because I he sings, I thought that 16 was going to be a breeze, and I was 16 in 1974. So there you go. But yeah, I just thought I'd pick out something that I genuinely haven't played for absolutely donkey's years, and I thought, let's go for Alice Cooper.
Yeah, have you heard the new album they brought out last year, The Revenge of Alice Cooper?
You know what? I know very, very little about any other sort of Alice Cooper stuff other than this sort of, the early 70s sort of Alice Cooper band sort of stuff.
Yeah, it basically is the original band.
Yeah, because then he was that was the Alice Cooper band, and then it was like Alice Cooper, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And, I've got Welcome to My Nightmare on CD somewhere. And that's about it.
Which one came with the panties? I think that was Muscle of Love, right? One of them came with a woman's underwear.
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, because it came in a sort of brown sort of corrugated, like a pizza box.
Yes,
and it got stain on the front of the box, hadn't it? And it says, contains one sort of Alice Cooper Muscle of Love. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
you
I
need
think
to go
it
and
was
check
that one.
out The Revenge of Alice Cooper, Mike, because it's even got Glenn Buxton on it. They found
Oh, right.
a guitar solo of his that had never been used, and they incorporated it into a song.
No.
So you actually get one track with the original Alice Cooper band playing.
Oh, right. Excellent.
It's a
excellent.
really good album. So if you see it, I would
Yeah.
recommend it.
Yeah, I'll give it a listen, definitely.
Did
But-
you like
Yeah.
Live It to Death?
I'm with Nick on this. You know, I think this is a really good thing to do.
Hmm.
You know, it's gets you to sort of think, yeah, what haven't I listened to for years? And there's looking around, there's quite a lot here that I think I haven't listened to for a very long time.
It gives you the impetus, doesn't it?
Yeah, and it's good fun, and it kind of brings back memories as well, doesn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, I was lucky enough to see Alice Cooper 3 times live, and it's always a good, entertaining night.
Yeah. But you can imagine I was like 14, 15, 16.
I wish I was. I mean,
fantastic.
Yeah, by the time I got into Alice Cooper, the band, I was 11, 12, so it was in the late 70s. But I had my mate's dad was into Alice Cooper, so
Right.
it was sort of injected into me, and I fell in love with the music. And Alice has always been one of my favourites. Anyway, last but not least, the man whose idea this was.
So I did a little bit of record shopping during the holidays, and I've been looking for this record for a long time. The prices have been going up and up and up, and they're really starting to become like $100 records now, which is really unbelievable. But I managed to pick up this record, which is Berry, and it's a Japanese pressing, and it has an insert which I heard about and didn't really never saw before, but it has this this paper insert, which is the lyrics.
Oh,
Right.
Which is
Wow.
lyrics.
I'd love a copy of that album, Michael. I really
think,
would.
yeah, there's such
hard to
two of us.
I've never seen one. I've never seen a vinyl copy.
Well, the Japanese, everything was on Sony Columbia, and what's really funny about Japan is that when you get a record, they all look like this. Every single one of them.
Right.
They didn't adopt any artwork. This is what they look like. This yellow triangle and white. I have hundreds of records like this, all the same look and feel. It's weird.
Who's it by again, please?
Laura Nero
Oh, yeah.
was
You've talked about her before, haven't you?
Yeah, she's a singer. She's a late singer-songwriter, and she wrote music that was recorded by the Fifth Dimension and some other groups, and she made enough money so that for her solo work, she didn't have to worry about being commercial at all, and so she wrote and recorded on her own terms. So she had enough cash from her songwriting to support herself, and she died early on of ovarian cancer. She has around I don't know, seven or so solo records, and I believe this is her second solo record. Yeah,
it's a lovely album, and I do like that picture of her on the back.
Yeah.
And
I went to the most beautiful record store owner in Japan, in Shinjuku, the owner of vinyl, who I've got a total crush on, and she had made an announcement that she got this. This is a repress, and This is a band called the Gun Club, and
Oh, yeah.
I was not a big psychobilly or rockabilly fan when it first came out, but I had in my apartment in San Francisco, there was a radio station called KUSF, and the DJ was a guy named Howie Klein, who became a producer of bands. And when this record first came out, the song on it is called "Sex Beat," and the singer-songwriter is Jeffrey Lee Pierce, who really had blues roots. Very talented guy. He was just a horrible guy to work with. Every time they recorded a new record, they had a new lineup. And who played with him? Kid Congo Powers, who was with the Cramps.
The Cramps, yeah.
Woman bass player.
Patricia Morrison.
Yes. Beautiful. Just like stunning woman. And so their late stuff is really good too. I think they had like 5 or 6 records, and this is the debut. And I finally picked it up. I've been looking for it for a long time. It's the original is super expensive. It's like $90, and I can't find it anywhere. There are just certain records that are just not in Japan, and their records are just not in Japan. And so I picked it up, and it's just got great memories for me being single and just I don't know. I love his voice. He's really, really one of my favorite. I'm just like slowly finding them, and if there's one band that I want to be a completist on, it's this one. I mean, certain groups, they just grab you, right? You just don't know why. And there's something about his voice. Let me just show you.
See, I've heard of the band, but I've never ever listened to them. But what you're saying, I think that will change.
Yeah, I mean, this is a great record. I Love and Desperation. If you play Love and Desperation, I actually used this in one of the vinyl tags. And he died he had a brain hemorrhage, and he died just too much hard life and drinking and drugs. And
Patricia Morrison went on to play with Sisters of Mercy.
And Tex, did you with Tex and the Horseheads too?
I never heard of them. And she also married Dave Vanian on The Damned.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Played with The Damned as well.
Oh, the bass player Sisters of Mercy, that says it all, doesn't it? So, yeah, I think I'll have to go and check them out.
Absolutely beautiful, stunning woman. I mean, big black teased hair. Yeah. Kind of like Poison Ivy. Just like on stage, has this look like doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, check out the music video for this Corrosion.
Yeah,
the Mercy.
Yeah,
is that the one that sort of like they're in like a sort of wasteland, sort of derelict buildings and stuff? I think it's like a derelict. Supposed to be like a derelict area of London. Yeah. That's a great video, isn't it?
Yeah.
And
we used to have a lot in the King Billy. We used to have a lot.
There she is. Wow. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
She is. She's
not as nice as Toya.
I've had some personal things going on.
Yeah.
That's all I have. I hope you understand.
Yeah.
Oh, that's always fascinating. I remember it must have been when in the King Billy we used to have a CD jukebox, and they only had 2 albums out then. First was it The First and Last and Always and Floodland. They were constantly on the jukebox. Them 2 Sister of Mercy's albums. They were a big favourite of everybody in the King Billy.
I'm with you. I think I'll have to give the Gun Club a bit of a listen. I've heard the name mentioned many a time, but never bothered listening to any of their stuff. But
no,
well, I'll give it a go.
I think you like it.
Yeah.
Well, all I can say is I've enjoyed doing it myself, and I've enjoyed listening to what you've all picked out as well. So yeah, this is definitely going to appear again. I think it should be like a quarterly thing, because I'm sure there's other stuff in our collections. I mean, I was going through my collection, especially on my iPod. I go, oh, I haven't listened to these for ages. These. I didn't realise how much stuff I'd got on my iPods that I haven't listened to. And I think, God, I had all these on CDs. So, I mean, for me, it's going back. It's making me go to listen to this stuff that I've got on audio file. And I can do a nice presentation about the album covers. It just gives me another lease of life. This has to go through stuff that I don't bother listening to.
Yeah. But I mean, you know, the vinyl community videos sort of do that to me. You know that every now and then someone shows something, and I just think I've not listened to that for years. I'll dig it out, and I dig my copy of an album out, and I wouldn't have thought about it had it not been for somebody else showing it. And when we did the live stream with Fred and Ron, recently, that I ended up sort of playing a whole load of UK reggae that I hadn't listened to for a very long time.
Anyway,
I think what I'll do is I'll pick out a live album when we do it again. I'll pick out another compilation.
Yeah.
Try and pick out a golden oldie type one, like the Rolling Stones, and a good mixture.
Yeah.
And there we go.
Yeah, that was.
So yeah, so you see, Pulsar's done thing. He watched one of my video on Sky and found his dug up his CD.
Yeah.
So for the first year this time year, shall we make a a thumbnail?
Yes.
All right.
I'm going to use that one.
Oh. Oops. Okay. Oh, where are you? Hang on. I'll be with you in a sec. Here we go.
The school's out.
There you go. 3, 2, 1. Thank you.
Oh, it's been lovely to be back. Lovely to be with you guys again. And thank you everyone for watching. And we'll all do this again on the 5th of March.
We will.
We're now going to have a discussion what we're going to do. But that's not for you. That's for us behind closed doors. So thank you again. It's lovely to have you all back. And Terry, hopefully next time we speak that you'll be at home. So
get well soon, Terry.
Yeah, keep resting from all of us. I'm sure we're all concerned of your health because you're a major contributor and we don't like it when our friends are poorly. So all the best, Terry. And it was great to see everyone. And but look out for Nick, myself, and Mike next Saturday when we'll be talking more about Northern Soul classics, which will be a fantastic video of tier ranking and great discussion. So you'll get plenty of us and you'll get to see us in between the live streams without doubt. So see you all soon. Bye for now.
All right.
Ta-da.
Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.